It's time for Tesla to start advertising. Is it? Ads schmads. I'm Brian. Welcome to my Tesla weekend. Let me know, everybody, if you can hear me in the chat. Did want to address the thumbnail real quick. Some people in the pre-show chat were saying, I think this might be AI generated. And I don't know, is it the foot, the endless foot here, or this dog statue? Or is it just the absolute horror show that is the faces? But to your credit, you are correct. This is AI generated. Quick thanks to newest patron Edwin Franz. Thank you so much for your decision to support the channel. It helps me keep going in ways that are difficult to explain. Elon Musk says he's dumb way more than often than he'd like to be, as Tesla's strategy is questioned. That's great. I don't think any of his fans would say, oh, that's, how dare you say that about yourself. I think even Tesla critics would love an article like this. But these price cuts, these rampant price cuts, why do that instead of just advertising? Tesla rolls out model global price cuts for 3 and Y. Global, big cuts. All across the world, you see. In China, they dropped. Japan, South Korea, United States, Germany. And some analysts are not happy about this. I've got this fantastic chart showing some of the price cuts. Let's get that a little bigger. Down 21,000 on the Model 3 in Norway. Ooh, that's a 4% change. 21,000, yes, of the local money. Got it. 4%, 5%, 10% in France, 10% in the Netherlands, but only on certain models. That's pretty good. Those are pretty substantial cuts. But this is a better headline. Tesla garners new addressable market through price cuts and incentives. So only back in January, but the principle still applies. Mass market Model Ys and 3s, better pricing. And here's where we're at right now on the addressable market scale. The cheaper a car is, the more of them you can sell. Elon explained that it's not a lack of demand, it's a lack of affordability. And especially with interest rates as high as they are, it can be a problem. Whole Mars catalog said, Tesla's newer lower prices accomplish a few things. Makes cars more affordable, creating demand and allowing for higher volume production, suffocate the unprofitable EV competition through price pressure, and make EVs the clear winner for all new buyers on cost. To which Gary said, how do buyers learn that EVs are clearly cheaper? That's not the perception among most non-EV buyers. And that's not an unreasonable point. Why doesn't Tesla have any television advertisement? This is an older answer, 2 years, but they don't need to. Word of mouth plus viral YouTube videos and intense free press coverage of everything Tesla means they get all their advertising for free. That's me, isn't it? Furthermore, each new vehicle they announce ends up backordered for 6 months or more. Advertising would just increase the waiting list. Now, I think we're past that point. I think the waiting list is well under control and that these price cuts actually are quite important. Elon Musk considers Tesla ads to counter media bias. Oh, wait, this article is a year old. So this isn't a new discussion, is it? Now, this wasn't Elon saying that they needed to advertise for the sake of advertising. This was more of a idea that, maybe we need to bribe the media to stop being so evil and dishonest all the time. Because that is something that they are currently doing. Who is this says, who are you kidding? You're a paid Tesla shill. I am paid, but not by Tesla. I'm paid by you guys. Instead, we could spend money that other guys spend on advertising to improve our products. Can Tesla continue to grow without mass marketing? Look at this, September of 2021. Oh, this is an annual thing. This is an evergreen story. Yeah, they're great cars, but think of what would happen if you'd advertise. Now, you could sell more cars at a higher volume, but not more cars in total. Lower volume, lower prices will result in higher volume. Clean Technica, should Tesla advertise through traditional media? This is in 2020. Yeah, this is evergreen. This is something that everyone's been asking every year for quite a while. Tesla has never needed to advertise, but that might have to change. 2019, May of 2019. Now, how many cars were they selling in 2019? Turns out that quarter they'd only sold 63,000, which was a record. For over the previous year, but 31% less than the previous quarter. So this is not a new story. Tesla's 2022 deliveries nearly match its 2021 through 2020 total. So this is as of last year, but 2019, this is where we were at when we saw that story. And it's still growing. There is a limit to this, but where is it? Tesla, a different kind of marketing machine, and it is. They've got the free press. They've got the brand recognition and loyalty. Insert from Tesla's annual report. Historically, we've been able to generate significant media coverage of our company and our vehicles, and we believe we will continue to do so. What's that from? Oh, that's from 2018. So this is not new. This is something they've always said. Scott points out, advertising is education for the lazy or stupid. Yes. Maybe instead of thinking about it as advertising, we need to think about it as an educational program. Elon Musk approves of this outstanding Tesla commercial. Wait, what? It was made by a fan. It's a really neat ad. That 2.5 minutes. It's a bit long in the tooth. But it's a really great ad. Not going to show too much. Don't know if I'll get a copyright strike. Probably not, but don't need that anyway. And there have been a bunch of these that fans have made that are awfully good. Hold on to my fur. These things are going to happen either way. People make these ads either way, with or without being paid for them. Super Bowl commercial cost in 2023. How much money is an ad for Super Bowl 57? $7 million for 30 seconds. That's a valuable ad. You might get 20, 30, 50 million eyeballs on it. You won't get the full viewership of the Super Bowl because not everyone watches the commercials and not everyone even watches the whole game. Sometimes it's a party where you're just hanging out. I watch the ads, of course. It's the whole reason I watch it at all. So it's quite expensive. And Tesla, famously, doesn't advertise on the Super Bowl. So if you watch the Super Bowl, you will not see a Tesla. Tesla confirms its order rate surged after the Super Bowl. You see, you don't need to advertise on the Super Bowl when every EV commercial is a Tesla commercial. They get a bigger bump than some of the people advertising without having to pay for it. Now, it doesn't help that the other companies making these EV ads aren't actually making EV ads. They're making lifestyle ads. They're making brand ads. They don't tell you what the car can do. They don't tell you any of its benefits or features. They just say, electric. Brought to you by GMC. I don't know. Except that, oh wait, Tesla Model Y did appear in the Super Bowl commercials in the ad for Popeyes. So they still got in. They just didn't have to pay for it. They didn't even have to give them a free car. Oh, that would have been cool. And that's why I don't like to play those kinds of videos. Yeah, all car makers spend millions, if not billions, advertising. Nevertheless, Tesla cars are actively advertised publicly, although the company doesn't spend money on it. So how could you make the ads even more effective? See, auto industry, except Tesla, spends an average of $1,000 a car advertising. You could say, well, yes, but that's still cheaper than a $3,000 price cut. And that's true, but only if there are enough buyers to keep buying them at the existing prices. 50, 60, 70,000 for a family car is a tough ask. The EV incentives help, but not everyone qualifies. And since they're not a point of sale purchase rebate at this time, it doesn't lower your payment. You can still have a massive payment to deal with. And a lot of people just can't do it or won't do it. And it may not be wise to have a $1,000 car payment. Advertising spending per vehicle, look at that. Lincoln, $1,800 a car. This is a little bit out of date. This is 2021. The one we're just looking at is a little more current. Jaguar spends $3,000 a car advertising. Lexus, Lincoln, $2,500. Fiat Chrysler followed in third place. That's a lot. That's a lot of money to be spending advertising a car. Buick, $675 a car. I'd say that, oh, you could just reduce the price of the car by $675, but not sure that helps. It's a Buick. Tactics, salespeople, hope you don't know. So, in addition to advertising, you know what also helps sell cars? High pressure sales. Should we start doing that too? Article was here. I swear it was just here. There we go. Playing out the clock, psychological profiling. So many ads. The pressure of an impending event. The porcupine close. I assume that's all about the pricks. And the Ben Frank. So there's all these high pressure sales tactics. Is that what we want? Do we want Tesla to overproduce to such a degree that they're sitting on lots and we need to hire a bunch of sharks to push them? Because that does work. Most car companies would not survive without high pressure sales techniques. And it sucks. It's no fun at all. That's why the Tesla experience is so much better. As a reminder, get your questions in now because we're going to have quite a bit of time to chat. Tesla is an EV brand awareness juggernaut compared to the competition, and this article's 4 years old. When people think EVs, they already think Tesla. There's Tesla, and then there's everybody else. Weirdly, in this study, they said, when asked of the brands of electric vehicles they were aware of, 81% 4 years ago said Tesla. Not far behind were Toyota, who did not make EVs 4 years ago, at 52%. So that might be some room to improve education, because that's crazy. Tesla doesn't advertise. Cybertruck truck crash test, 13.7 million views. Now I bet it's much higher than that now. Tempted to click on it. No, that's a picture. It is much higher than that now. I'm imagining. Because that was weeks ago. Weeks ago. That was on the day it got up to 13 million. And that doesn't count other platforms. Do you know what it costs to buy an ad that gets in front of 13 million people? It's a lot. Cost to advertise on national TV can be, for just a little spot, it can be 63,000 to 8 million. But realistically, you're talking still 350,000. It was on here somewhere. National, there we go. 342,000 is the average price of a national TV ad. You're not going to get 13 million eyes for 342,000. So right there, that covers 1,000 cars worth of price cuts. But more, because the ad went so much bigger. You see, you can make ads without running ads, which is what Tesla kind of does. Explaining vehicle safety, 200,000 views. That's a whole national ad. That's 350,000 they saved. Falcon wing doors, 455,000. They've got all the stuff. Ultra red, 1 million views just on the announcement that we made a new color, and it's 28 seconds long. That's a TV spot, my friend. Your Tesla's now a gaming rig, 500,000 views. And this is only on YouTube. It doesn't count Twitter. It doesn't count anybody else. So all those things drive up the awareness, and these are ads. These are education-focused ads. And you could say, well, these are just preaching to the choir. We need to get the ads in front of people who wouldn't otherwise see them. Well, that's what happens on Twitter and Facebook and even YouTube as we share them. They don't have to pay for that necessarily. Now, I would like to see them make more videos like this. Should we call them ads? Or should we call them education? What do you think? So that's kind of where it's at. Did good on time. Big thanks to my patrons. As always, you know the deal. We do good work. Why don't we find that Cybertruck video and play it? Because I know I won't get a strike on that one. It's here somewhere. Videos. It's not even on here? That's an oversight. But you've got a 1-minute ad for megapacks. Well, you only have to sell one, I guess, to make quite a bit of money. Maybe it's in shorts. I doubt it. It is not. Well, no matter. Greenpad says paid ads are the old way. Could not agree more. somebody was looking at it saying, well, a normal conversion rate is, 0.5% or whatever. So if you get in front of this many people, it results in this many sales. That assumes that those are sales you weren't going to get otherwise. That assumes you're getting in front of the right audience. That assumes a lot. And I don't know if it's that easy. 76 million Twitter views on the Cybertruck crash test. 76 million. That is way more eyeballs than you would get from a Super Bowl ad. And for the cost of putting it together, probably someone in-house did it as part of their existing salary. TikTokers do lots of ads for free, but the audience probably can't afford it. Yeah, that's true. Hello, Jeff. Glad you could make it. It is crazy to think just getting clicks isn't enough. It needs to be the right people. And the number of people who are the right people doubles every time you drop $5,000 off the price. There's a limited market for $60,000 cars. And as big as Tesla is, as much market saturation as they already have, we're kind of getting there. What about Shoddy Kilmer? Yeah, that was fun. After I did the takedown of his very terrible video, a number of people would post it on his comments, and they were always deleted. And I mean aggressively. They weren't deleting all the spam and crypto stuff as quickly, but you mentioned me, and it gets quiet in a hurry. Will Starship have a Tesla on board during the flight on Monday? No, because I don't think it would fit out the Pez dispenser ejection portal. That would be pretty funny, though. I think at this point it would be difficult for Tesla to advertise in a way that would truly influence more buyers. Maybe I'm thinking unclear, but I think Tesla has found a way to advertise for free. They have. They absolutely have. And the thing about it is, there is some education left to be done, but I'm not sure what the best way to do it is, and an ad is not going to get you there. The American population is already radicalized and brainwashed from the past 50 years of commercials and media outlets influencing people to think EVs suck, and Tesla gets lumped in. It's fun because the legacy car companies were so aggressively telling people that EVs are bad, and they would set these crazy anything under 300, 400 miles of range, you should never buy it. Whatever it was that Tesla had at the time. And now they're trying to sell cars, and they have to convince their own customers, oh, those things we said before, not true. $3,000 would pay for the paint. Yeah. Tesla could spend $10 per car, and that could get them a 30-second TV spot and some Google AdSense running during the course of a year. $10 a car. Yeah, $10 million. That does seem like a very reasonable, 10 to 20 million, a very reasonable ad spend. Brian is like a walking billboard for Tesla. That's true. That's true. There are a number of people in here who've even seen me walk. Elon's legal team may educate some of the hostile press. We did hear that the in-house legal team may be aggressive. And I wonder why their first target isn't the absolute dishonesty of our good friend Dan O'Clown. Yeah. Almost every quarter they break records. Yeah. Even in historic low quarters like Q1, which has the close for holidays in Shanghai, and it's 2 days shorter than some other quarters. Why not give it a small trial run? If it doesn't help, it can be dropped. Stubbornness, I think, is the reason. And I think he might be afraid that opening that door would make the door hard to close later on. Cybertrucks on the road will be the best advertisement of all. And it's going to be big. It's going to be... Companies will buy it and wrap it to advertise themselves, but they will still be advertising Tesla at the same time. Just got an email today. Oh, last Megapack party is next Friday. Last one here, only Lathrop after next week. Megapack production will be finally moving. It's April. That's what you had told me before. Was April was the cutoff. I'm not stupid. I'm ignorant. Print the picture on wax. Yeah. Let's get down to some newer questions. If you got them, get them in. Clowns. Book them, Dano. Scare me. Earnings coming soon. Cybertruck are indeed huge for company images. We got some big stuff coming up this week. We may have a fully stacked Starship launch on the 17th. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited and I'm nervous, but mostly I'm afraid it's just going to scrub a few times. I expect it to clear the tower. If it doesn't, it's going to be a pretty monumental setback. And I think the one reason we haven't seen another launch since the successful landing was they're working, reworking, and reworking again to make sure everything is up and done to go. Let's look at the poll and get it closed. 55% say no, 34% say a tiny bit, 10% say go heavy. Interesting. Jeff points out Ellie was at Starbase where we were. I did see that. I commented on the video. Oh no, I commented on Joe's video saying they put up a fence so that our cameraman would not have gotten a trespass warning. Today with Joe. Yeah. It was... The whole trip is going really well, and it's fun to watch. And it's just breathtaking how huge it is. Only 33 engines have to work flawlessly, no biggie. No, it's less than that. Elon said on the last one, when they only lit 32 of the 33, and one of them failed to light, 31 would be enough to get orbital. So there is some redundancy built into the system. We always like to think if any one thing goes wrong with a rocket, it's over. And it's not true. There is room for small errors around the margins, and that's what I'm hoping that's the margin we stay in, the survivable one. When will we start to see more fleet operators buying Tesla? They ought to understand the return on investment. I think now. I think now that the prices are coming down, they can see that they're all about dollars and cents. The lower the price, the more the dollars and cents make sense. Elon will try and delay it to 420. I don't think he will. I think the marine warnings are for the 17th, 18th, 19th. So I think it's going to happen sooner than later. I think it's going to happen before the Q1 earnings call. My plan for the Q1 numbers is I will be live streaming the number drop. So hope you can join me, help me chew through it a bit. And then for the earnings call, I'm going to be on Oracle Investments with Tim. And maybe Vinny's going to be on for that, but I'm not sure. We didn't get confirmation yet. I hope they have top 11 issues that can happen nailed down. Yeah, Hertz and other rental companies are in. Hertz went in big and heavy and quick, but I think they still have quite a few units left to take delivery on. So if this refresh Model 3 we've been seeing leaked pictures of and hearing rumors about, if that comes true and buyers want to hold back, I don't think Hertz cares. They'll just take as many as they can get. Yeah, Starship doesn't need them all. I can't wait for them to light that candle. Yeah, it's more of a not a flamethrower than a candle. My prediction on best date for launch, I'm hoping the 17th, but I think there's just a lot that can make it scrub. Very possible 18th or 19th instead. Didn't you learn anything from the last Tim live stream? I guess not. If I did, I must have blocked it out. Oh, the one, yeah. So Tim will not be in the car. He'll be at home in his studio doing that one. Superchargers are great advertising also. Yeah, and if you want a billboard, you know how much a billboard costs? Well, there's a big billboard on the roof of Giga Texas that everyone flying out of Austin Bergstrom Airport can see. And I don't mean everyone. I mean just one side of the plane, and half of them aren't looking. But if you take the number of flights and the number of passengers and divide it by 6, 7, that's how many people get to see the giant logo on the roof of the largest factory in the U.S. Oh, the 18th is also a Falcon Heavy launch. Is this the one where they're doing all 3 boosters expendable? I know that's one that's coming up. Oh, Falcon Heavy's awesome. It's more awesome when we get to see a landing. But yeah, this, I think it's going to be almost direct to geosynchronous orbit on like the first. It's going to be, it's a lot of foot-pounds of thrust. They've been prepping for a long time. Yeah, fully expendable. Very strange. Launched tonight too. Well, that just surprises me because SpaceX doesn't do launches all the time. And by the way, launching all the time, that's impossible. No, it isn't. Used to be. It's a great, no return for the boosters. The pace, the launch cadence is just refreshing. And I still watch them. If I can't catch them live, I still put it on and watch through landing as if it was live. 21 million passengers at Austin, so 3 to 4 million. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. 3 to 4 million people see that giant sign. Now at night, might be a little harder to see, but they're going to put lights around the edge of the name. And we did see in today's video that Jeff put up, it looks like they are going to resume solar panel installation on the roof. And if you look at Wuwa's video from this week, he's got 2 out this week for Giga Shanghai, they've resumed adding solar panels, both to the building at the far northeast corner, the little one that we don't know what it's for. I think it might be a design studio, but I don't know. And also on the big central building at the south end of the site. A lot of more solar panels going in. Very exciting. Falcon Heavy that sent the Roadster past geosynchronous orbit recovered the boosters and attempted the center. Much smaller payload. Much smaller payload. What is it? A few thousand pounds as opposed to many, many tons. Starship launch video for Monday. Yeah, the link is already up. Feels a little early. I don't think I'm going to open it just yet and sit there for a few days, but it would be fun. I mean, that wouldn't be fun. Sitting around doing nothing wouldn't be fun. Well, we are just about out of time. Any last comments we needs to get in? I do want to thank you all for hanging out. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy seeing you guys. Rob says, what's my best guess as to what is going on with long-range Model 3 production? Oh, why isn't there any? I don't know. I wonder if SpaceX has plans for any salvage of orbital debris. Oh, do you mean cleaning up space? I don't think so. It's a lot more difficult than some people seem to realize. I've talked with people who think, well, just send up some kind of craft and go around and just drive around space and pick it up like trash. But you have to pick your inclination and your speed, and you really can't deviate from that. To change your orbital inclination requires outrageous amounts of power. That is not going to happen. And when you catch up with the debris, if you catch it any way other than catching up from it behind, it's going to take you out. If you catch it perpendicular, it's going to turn you into space debris. Have a great weekend. Thank you, Jeff. They're pulling another stupid SNX. Killed the current line too early to prepare for the next model. I don't doubt that. Oh, maybe the line that's been making the Model 3 long range is being retooled. That's a neat theory. I like that. Yeah, the second stage is either put in parking orbit or put in the Pacific. Yeah. That's going to be the big cost savings with Starship as the second stage comes back for landing. Hopefully. So that'll be a lot of fun. So what did we miss? What did we misunderstand? Thank you guys for hanging out. And yeah, stay tuned, stay juicy, and I can't wait to hear from you clever robots, maybe in Farnborough, England, in about a week, a little over a week. The passports for the boys did arrive today. Very excited. Okay, guys, thanks for hanging out, and we'll talk soon.